Welcome, everyone. I'm Dusty Knight, the Chief Marketing Alliance Officer here at Apps Associates. I'm with the guys that can really talk about this topic today, the optimization and license assessment at AWS. So, Mihir, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, Mihir Patel, VP of Cloud Architecture and AI Analytics here at Apps.
Pat?
Pat Bangalore, I'm the head of Oracle Workloads on AWS, part of the Alliances and Channels business. Happy to be here.
Yes, no, thanks for being here. I personally think the OLA is the absolute smartest way to start any migration to AWS. It really addresses some key concerns upfront and prepares the customer for this journey. So tell me from your perspective, Mihir, what are the right kind of customers to embark upon an OLA?
Let's specifically talk about Oracle customers, right? So all Oracle customers that have Oracle license assets, database, middleware, technology license assets, and they want to evaluate leveraging those assets in AWS, they're the ideal candidates. I even think customers that are on AWS that have already adopted and they want to leverage this new offering called Oracle DB at AWS. How do I get the more out of the assets that I already own, leveraging this new service to extend those license assets even further? So, you know, it could theoretically be both customers, but we're seeing a lot of customers that are on-prem that want to bring their workloads to AWS.
How have you seen AWS leverage this program to get customers on the right path here?
We have a strategic alliance with Oracle now, right? AWS and Oracle have a strategic partnerships, and customers come to me and ask me as to why run 26 AI database on AWS? What are some of the advantages? This spurs a conversation. So I go back to them and tell them, look, we've got a business proposition where we can come in and have a partner like Apps Associates come and deliver a optimization license assessment. I would rather call it a business assessment to look at the entire portfolio of Oracle workloads along with storage, VMware, Microsoft, and a whole lot of things that they have, and see what value that they can bring in by bringing those workloads onto AWS in an optimized fashion. So this really gives them the impetus to see where they stand in the migration journey. Can they start the migration now based on the assets that they have? What is the value add when they move these workloads onto AWS from an optimization lens when they look at it? And oh, by the way, it also improves the migration outcomes when they do an OLA by 12 to 15%. So these adds a lot of value. And also significantly, what we have seen is we talk about AI database. So one of the areas that customers want to know is when they optimize these assets and then move these assets onto AWS, what can they do with these assets? How can they modernize across the peripherals of their applications and workloads by bringing in agentic AI into the conversation with Bedrock and Quick and Agent Core applications.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many options for AWS services that they can uptake. So as part of the OLA program process, what can the customer expect out of this at the end of the day?
Yeah, it's a phenomenal, a high-value deliverable. It's going to tell you exactly what assets you own, what the AWS bill of materials is going to be for, regardless of which path you choose, right? And leveraging the hundreds of AWS services, right? Storage, this, that, and the other. So they're going to know exactly, you know, what are my assets, what does my licensing fit into that, and what is my AWS rough order of magnitude cost, right? It's not going to be 100%, but it's going to get you solidly under the green to be able to understand, you know, which path should I choose, right? With all the numerous AWS services, which one makes the most sense for us? Let's go dig deep into one of those, and we'll do that as a part of the next phase, which will be like a map assess.
Right, okay. And Pat, I heard you mention this is just kind of the start of the migration journey.
You've got partners like yourselves. You've done several migrations in several OLAs to get to migrations. We've seen 90% of OLAs have resulted in a good, positive migration with our customers, right? Either that spurs a conversation about migrations. They understand the benefits of moving to cloud and leveraging AI, and then how productive they can become. And that really gives us the impetus to go and start to have these conversations about OLAs with these customers. And in the end of the day, it's about optimizing their assets onto AWS and then how nimble they can be with their migration journey and then move it faster,
Yeah.
right? And then optimize it. So yeah, we have seen a good progress. It's a tremendous progress that we have seen, up to 90% or so. And a lot of times, the customers come back and say, thank God we did this, the OLA assessment, right?
Yeah.
Now we understand where these assets are and how they can be migrated, and then they have a prescriptive guidance with a phased approach as to how they can approach the migration and modernization journey.
Yeah, that matches what we hear all the time about these,
Yeah.
and also the wonderful programs like the MAP program with AWS continues to help move you along the journey. Often these OLAs are fully funded OLAs. The MAP program allows us to reduce the cost. So I just couldn't be any more excited about the partnership that we have with AWS, the Oracle database that AWS offering, and we really look forward to hearing from you and hearing how we can help get you on the path of a good migration journey to AWS. Thank you all for listening in today.